Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we turn our attention to the Israeli city of Nazareth, a place that has faced one of the most destructive events in its modern history. The shock of a surprise attack has left more than 2,700 houses destroyed, reshaping the lives of thousands and altering the very landscape of this historic and spiritual city. What once stood as a symbol of cultural richness, history, and life has now been scarred by devastation. In this explanation, we will move through the condition of the city from its outer appearance to the interiors of homes, its overall functionality, the security measures it relied upon, and the qualities that still make Nazareth unique despite such destruction. By the end, we will understand not only the level of physical and financial loss, but also the spirit of resilience that continues to hold the city together. Walking through Nazareth now, the first impression is one of overwhelming silence mixed with destruction. The exterior condition of the city shows collapsed structures, streets blanketed in rubble, and the remains of houses reduced to nothing more than broken concrete and bent metal. Walls are scorched and blackened, windows shattered, and rooftops caved in. For an outsider, the sheer scale of the wreckage feels unreal, as if the city has been transformed overnight into a shadow of itself. Nazareth, known for its vibrant streets filled with markets, voices, and movement, now carries the appearance of a war-torn zone where life has been forcefully paused. The skyline is jagged with broken silhouettes of buildings, the once colorful facades dulled by smoke and dust, and the sense of order replaced with layers of chaos. The city's exterior condition is not just a set of visuals. It tells the story of an entire community that has been ripped apart, leaving behind streets that no longer resemble what they once were. Inside the destroyed homes, the condition is even more personal and haunting. The interiors reflect the direct blow to family life. Living rooms where children once played and families gathered are now filled with collapsed ceilings and shattered belongings. Kitchens have been reduced to heaps of twisted appliances and burned cabinets. Bedrooms are unrecognizable, with broken furniture, scattered clothing, and walls that can no longer provide safety. What makes this interior loss particularly devastating is the intimacy of it. Every destroyed home once carried its own set of memories, moments, and routines. To see them reduced to rubble is to see lives stripped bare in a way that goes beyond statistics. The damage here is not about bricks and mortar alone. It is about the erasure of personal spaces where life once flourished. Even short glimpses into these interiors reveal the fragility of daily life when confronted by sudden and violent destruction. The functioning of the city, or what could be called its performance, has also taken a heavy hit. After the attack, critical infrastructure collapsed almost instantly. Electricity grids failed, plunging neighborhoods into darkness. Water systems that once delivered clean supplies to homes and businesses were disrupted, leaving many without even the basics of survival. Roads, torn apart by falling debris, became impassable, preventing movement and cutting off families from aid or reunification. Communication systems, including phone lines and internet networks, were damaged, which not only created panic, but also made coordination of emergency responses much more difficult. Hospitals, overwhelmed with casualties, struggled to cope with the sudden demand, revealing how vulnerable urban systems can be in the face of such scale of destruction. Nazareth's performance as a city, once reliable and functional, now appears severely broken, with every part of urban life operating under strain or left completely inoperative. The attack did not just destroy buildings, it attacked the functioning heart of the city. Safety features in Nazareth, like in many other urban areas, were meant to provide a measure of protection during emergencies. But what unfolded revealed the limits of those defenses. Many shelters were filled beyond capacity as families rushed for cover. Some were inaccessible due to the suddenness of the strikes, and others were poorly equipped to handle prolonged use. Emergency alarms and warning systems, while activated, offered little comfort in the face of a surprise strike of this magnitude. For many residents, safety came down not to infrastructure, but to luck. Those who happened to be in the right place at the right time stood a better chance of survival than those who were caught in the open. The sense of security that safety features are meant to instill was shattered. Instead, what residents felt was vulnerability, the realization that their city was unprepared for such overwhelming force. Safety in this moment was exposed as fragile and unreliable, adding another layer of trauma to an already devastated community. Despite the wreckage, Nazareth still carries qualities that set it apart and keep it relevant in the minds of those within and beyond its borders. The unique selling points of Nazareth are rooted in its long history, its cultural and religious importance, and the resilience of its people. This is a city known worldwide as a spiritual center, a place where traditions and communities have coexisted for centuries. That identity has not been erased by rubble. The resilience of its residents, who even amid destruction show determination to rebuild and hold on to their heritage, stands as one of the strongest markers of what makes Nazareth unique. Local markets may be shattered, but the spirit of trade and community remains alive. Religious sites may face structural threats, but their significance continues untouched in the hearts of millions. This enduring identity is what gives Nazareth strength to be seen, not only as a victim of destruction, but also as a symbol of survival and continuity. The cost of the devastation is staggering. Financially, rebuilding more than 2,700 houses, restoring infrastructure and reviving the city's economy will require billions of dollars. The price extends far beyond construction budgets. It also includes the loss of businesses, the collapse of local jobs, and the heavy burden on families who have lost not just their homes but their livelihoods. Schools have been damaged, leaving children without a place to learn. Healthcare facilities have been stretched, leaving many without immediate care, but the deeper cost is not measured in currency. The real price is the human toll, the grief of those who lost loved ones, the trauma etched into the memories of children, and the disorientation felt by thousands who suddenly find themselves displaced. For every building destroyed, there are stories of families who must now navigate a future that looks uncertain. This price paid in human suffering is far heavier than any financial calculation. The conclusion to this grim picture is not simple. Nazareth today stands as a city scarred and weakened, but not erased. The exterior damage shows the visible scars of destruction. The interiors reflect the intimate losses of family life. The collapse of performance systems reveals the fragility of modern cities in crisis, and the shortcomings of safety measures expose the vulnerabilities that residents must now confront. Yet even in this atmosphere of loss, the unique selling points of Nazareth remain: its history, its culture, and its people. These are forces that destruction cannot erase. The price of recovery will be high, both financially and emotionally, but the enduring identity of Nazareth offers a pathway to resilience. Looking ahead, the real story of Nazareth will be told not only by the rubble left behind, but by how the city chooses to rise again. The challenge is immense: rebuilding thousands of homes, restoring services, and giving people the confidence to return to a city that feels safe and functional. Yet history has shown that cities with deep roots and strong cultural identities have the power to recover, and Nazareth belongs to that category. Its residents will be at the heart of this recovery, carrying forward the memory of what was lost but also the determination to ensure that their city continues to stand as a place of heritage and life. The scars of this attack will remain, but they will also serve as reminders of survival, resilience, and the human capacity to rebuild even after unimaginable loss.